um, unite, match, and tutor. Language forms and functions. Tag 6. Final exam. Tutor. Diana Santa Cruz. Constanza Cruz. Program. Licenciatura en Inglés como Lengua Extranjera, Universidad Nacional Abierta a Distancia, UNAD. SEAD Popayán, December 2017. Okay. Made an all society for all people, children, young, old person who in this moment are studying English as foreign languages in any university. What is this? In this activity, for task 6 for development for this topic, I am speaking about shortening or abbreviation. In abbreviation, we have the following example. Also, it's very important to remember that were affirmative articles about abbreviation. The theory yes present 1942. For example, photo for photography. Pub, public house. Eyes are created immune deficiency syndrome. BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. EU, United States, Estados Unidos. Cinema, adverb, addition, Africa, scientific, plural, and dear data. Other relations in the abbreviation about the subtopic is slowly. Here are different examples about abbreviations. For example, in this topic, do you have a account different definition? In this moment, who is a shortening or abbreviation? Refer to the three correlated phenomena. For example, blindness, chronics, initials. And climbs, cell phone, cellular phone. I'm for AM. Initials, L1 for languages. In acronyms, we have IM for I am. LL language learning. Yes, in this process is the self abbreviation, the same abbreviation for mechanism for to obtain different words in relation the other word languages of schoolmates. In the actuality for the social people, the relation is many abbreviations. For example, in the school, we have different abbreviations. For example, math for mathematics, disco for discotheque. Double is for kiss in English. In Spanish, for besos. Other keyword in the scripting, other abbreviations, for example, at plus for además. It's new languages for teenagers and new generation. Now we have in this topic definitions, delimitations, and classifications. Abbreviation understands and commonly and don't use it in general level. It's more or less talking about the words args, the canon. For example, TR for dar, MR for Mr. Contractions and visual device we have in this topic for explaining DVD, DR for dar, MR for Mr. Other contraction, for example, in the down page, your right hand, they have a other contraction. Uh, as Alaska abbreviation. Clipping. H1 definition of all each topic with examples. For example, climbing. In climbing, we have climbings, quartings, and initials with the category abbreviations. For example, fast, airplane, fashion, and fashionable, and fashion, full influenza, and plane, airplane, airplane. As in for example, the abbreviation. Classification and structure of clippings. Back clipping, for clipping, edge clipping, mid clipping. In back clipping, deletes the final part of the word, for example, brother. Emotional. In for clipping, we have for clipping, delete the initial part of word. For example, epic, defense, history. Edge clipping, we have delete the initial and the final part of word. Thus, preserving the medial portions. For example, food, freight, jams, pajamas, relax, thin, middle clipping, middle part of the word. For example, is very important taking account the pronunciation. Anna for anorexia, Ceci for secretary, other form abbreviation. Acronym. Acronym initials. In this group, very important the categories and alphabets. Maybe remember that in 1985, Lopez Rua 2002 words is also obtained from the initial letters of the words in phrases. The title, compound or list. For example, AIDS acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Here were other examples, for example. Initials, acronym. Classification of acronyms and initials. Here you are in a definition, for example, the acronyms. The first non-elliptic acronyms are words which retain the initial letters. For example, date, digital audio tape. DAT is in RAM. RAM is random access memory. RAM only retained the initial letters. Elliptic acronyms. In this part subtopic is very important. in this word retains all the initial of the words contained in the source phrase. For example, UNESCO. UN in ESCO, United Nations Education Science Cultural Organizations. Extended acronyms. Understanding these acronyms are formations and composed from the initial letter for each word or the full expression. Example: offer, office, electricity regulation. In the resolvable acronyms, are a formation in which one word of the source phrase coincides with the acronym itself. Examples: BA, the phase, alternative line. Finally, semantically, relevant acrostics are combinations that internationally give rise to the homophones. For example, aid, Agency for International Development, AID, acrostics. Uh, then, subtopic initials, other category. The is very important to mention today is that initials as subcategories for a structure. For example, non-elliptic initials include initial letters for the words contained in the source phrases. It's very important to taking account the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA. Elliptic initials. It is initial letters only, no initials. Like acronyms, they tend to grammatical or words. Example: ESL, English as a second language. FBI equal. It is are different topic about abbreviations. In this moment, you are seeing initials for different subtopics. No ellipse initial, ellipse initial. Abbreviation as extra grammatical phoneme. Via Bachelor British Arts Bridge Awards. Irregularities in abbreviations. Morphotactic irregularity. The structure of grammatical derivations and compound is regular. Of new is an droid. An alternative output abbreviation is morphological rules, maybe between different outputs. For example, output sent meg for magazines, sin or mag for magazines. Replacing several words with initial I, UN, and real with two letters rather, NBA. For example, abbreviation and extra grammatical phoneme. Uncertain healings is assigned a morpheme in glyphene is the assigned to the power and alphabetics to of letter or letter combinations. UN, United Nations. Irregular subtractions is the basis the process abbreviations, 10 and off words, as in laser, BBC, left, the beginning, phone, the middle, miss, or the edge, tech, may even involve scattered letters as in random, like in hybrid. Formations such as the above mentioned Gulf, Borax, and Limean in VA. In Chinese meaning, while word formation rights obtain a new meanings. The clades and alphabetical time area abbreviated forms G in Nasdaq in the C and BA. Abbreviation as extra grammatical phoneme. In this topic, we have different examples. For example, in this moment in actuality, society, in the teenager, the new generation for communication through message for we Twitter, Facebook, other relationships and technology is VIP, very important person. For example, is alphabetism don't involve a change in grammatical category with regard to clients in the particular. For example, we made remember that Adams 1973 for a specific author the change function taking place in their formation. Alternative input in categories. We are standard in morphology rules. For example, here you are example alternative input in categories. The monomers Friday 23. For example, FBI, BBC. Another hand, we have regularities in abbreviations. Describe abbreviations say as meaningless, often ambiguous, sometimes pronounceable, and a goal is T instead of euphonic. For example, phototypical, prototypical initial parent, possible or a multi-word input, a monodisyllable or a three-letter output, distinctive spelling, right prosodic pattern, and silent form, inflected form. For example, inflected form, silent form, inflected form is in your down the page and your right hand, and you look at the image is an inflected form. Shortening or abbreviation, we have other examples and definition. Here you are. One this accounting special for the use acronyms and initial names. This is used in different files in the society for daily routine. For example, in medicine, in politics, in law, in commerce, in economy, we have two in different abbreviations. For example, acronyms. In acronyms, we have the following: ACL, anterior cruciate ligament. Initial names, ICT, information and communication technology. In law, we have the art for article. In economy, we have TP for total product. Okay, thank you so much for the attention. I hope all suggestions about to improve my next video about the languages and forms in abbreviation and other topic for grammar in the English foreign languages. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas. Goodbye. See you.